later if you can.
Sure.
I want to do it too. Cool. I'm getting a green screen soon, so I can remove my background.
It's okay. No, you have a nice background. I'm the one who needs a green screen. I think I'm in my bedroom now, so yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad, but I mean, it's better with it. All right, I think we're live.
Cool. Yes, we are live. Let's see what we can see there. Okay, start streaming. And now what I want to do is display capture. All right. So I'm curious to know, what do people see right now? Yeah, they see my screen. Great. Okay. So in a moment, we will actually officially start that. For now, I want to see people joining. We'll see that everything's okay. I'll do stop presenting so we can see you. Okay. Anyone that's already on the live session, can you guys let us know if you can hear me okay and if you can hear Thai?
Hey, what's up?
Let's see, we have one comment. Finally, you are here, guys. Thanks. Okay, we'll wait one more minute and we'll officially start then.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for people to start joining and see it.
Okay. By the way, what time is it right now at your place?
It's 11 a.m.
Oh, so you're in the West Coast?
Yeah, West Coast.
I see. Cool. I'm here in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and it's right now 9 p.m. So it's like the most time difference I ever had, I think, with someone on a live stream.
Yeah.
So, but it's good. I rarely wake up before like 10 a.m. So for me, it's like to be ready for 11 a.m. for a live stream. It's like a big achievement. So I appreciate that. So that's good.
All right. So are we ready to get started?
Yes. Okay. We're already 1 minute in, so that would be a great time to start. Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, hi guys, this is Igal. We're here in a live stream in a Dropshipping Free Videos group. I'm joined by Thai Nguyen. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, great. And today we're going to talk about a very special topic, something that's becoming very, very popular nowadays, which is manual dropshipping. And we'll have Thai explain a bit, first of all, explain about himself, his experience, what he does, and then we'll go in depth in what it is, manual dropshipping, how he does that, basically a lot of things that are related to that. And I think myself, I will learn a lot of that, and I think you guys will also have a lot of cool, valuable information here. So hi again, Thai, how are you doing?
Hey, thank you for having me on. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the manual store and kind of the process that I did. I actually started out my dropshipping journey doing manual dropshipping. And then I got caught up into the software. And then after that, it just kind of got downstream for me. Because when I was doing everything manually, like I was much more involved with my store. But then once I started using software, automate this, automate that, and it's like, all right, it's got to a point where it's like I don't even care about my store anymore. It's like I don't even see my store anymore. It's just like I automate this, I automate that, and that's the downside of software, in my opinion.
Mm.
So yeah, I've been dropshipping since like mid 2017-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I got started. I took action. I learned everything by myself, essentially. I didn't even take a course. Like I literally just made an eBay account and a PayPal account and just started listing products.
Cool.
I didn't even look at softwares. I didn't even look at product research. I just made an account, got right into it, started listing. And the thing for me is I actually, looked at other sellers and what they were doing and emulate what they were doing and, make it better. And so that's kind of, how I went by running my store.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me that back in the day, when I started dropshipping, and before I even dropshipping, when I started to explore business models for e-commerce, for eBay, there was absolutely no software for automation of pricing of stock, and especially auto ordering bots. That would be, if you told me that back in the day, I would be like on cloud nine. It would be amazing, but it wasn't available then. But there was a
Yeah.
big advantage, as you say, that you're much more connected and in sync with what you are selling. Nowadays, people do like bulk, hundreds, thousands of items. They
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. Like if you list 10,000 products and you have no idea what's going on in your store, you have no idea what you're selling, you could be selling fake products, and next thing you know, you're suspended, and next thing you know, eBay suspends you for VARO violation and all that stuff. Now, I myself have never been banned for VARO violation. I only got banned for selling like restricted products.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit about that, but yeah, like software does make you disconnect from your store.
I see. So okay. So by the way, I know that you also are doing Amazon as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just out of curiosity, so what do you do in Amazon? What's the business model?
Well, it's essentially the same thing. Like you're applying the same concepts. It's just slightly different in how you manage your money, your sales, and how you manage your product research or listing products, essentially. Because on Amazon, it's like buy box, and on eBay, you're still doing like your own listing. But eBay is trying to be Amazon too, so I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah.
I see. Okay, great. So without further ado, what's manual dropshipping? How do you do it? What's the mindset there?
Okay, so when it comes to manual dropshipping, all right, so like in the eBay dropshipping world or in dropshipping in general, like there's multiple ways to run the dropshipping business. Like somebody could be making a lot of money with software. I'm not saying you can't make money with software. I'm not saying you can't do it neither or whatever, right? But there are pros and cons of both sides, right? So for me, manual store, it's a lot simpler than what most people think. People think because, oh, I have software, I can automate things, I don't have to spend as much time and save money and all that nonsense. But the true reality is manual dropshipping, if you do it correctly and you set it up in the correct way, you don't even have to check your store that often, like once a day. I mean, sometimes I don't even check my store. I don't even check the products. And it's still fine. Why is that? Because it depends on the product that you're selling. If you're selling a high moving product, then yeah, you have to check that product. But if you're selling products that don't sell as much, that have high margins, that sell, once every 7 days, then why do you need to check it every hour? Or, that's kind of the logic, right? So when it comes to manual drop shipping, how I started was I literally just listed products, and I didn't even have a spreadsheet. And I basically took the problems head on when I had to cancel orders. Like literally, I just list the products, and if there was if I lose money or if it's out of stock, I literally like learn how to cancel it the correct way. Now, obviously, when I started, I screwed up my first account because I didn't know what I was doing. So I canceled the wrong way, but because of that, I had to learn how to deal with it. And you have to learn how to deal with the problems and get around the problems. And obviously, you want to mitigate it as much as possible, right? And so the best way to do manual dropshipping is obviously not to just list products and forget about it. You want to have a system. And my system right now is I have spreadsheets. So I have a spreadsheet of the eBay product and the source link and the prices and the available stock. So I would just click the supplier link and I would check it like once a day. That's it. That's all you need to do. Like if you have 500 products, it's going to take you 30 minutes to an hour to check it once a day. And it's not like you have to check it like every hour. Like that's not necessary, first of all. And also it's not going to be accurate either, because suppliers may even take time to update their website. And if you check it every hour, it doesn't even matter. So it just goes back to how software checks every hour for you. doesn't really matter most of the time.
So when you say suppliers, do you mean retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and so on, or what kind of suppliers do you use?
Well, I have a wholesale on my eBay store and retail. So I'm doing a mix, so that way, like if I get suspended, I have something to go off of.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can actually show eBay that I'm doing wholesale dropshipping, even though I'm doing retail dropshipping. And now that's really a smart thing to do, and that's what everybody should be doing. If you all you're doing is retail dropshipping, especially from Amazon to eBay, you're in a world of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so because the interesting thing is that people who do dropshipping with automation tool and listing tools, they list many items that are the same. So how do you find items that are different or maybe the same items and make them sell more? Because obviously you, as you said, you had like hundreds of items, not thousands of or tens of thousands of items. So if we're looking at the items that are from the same source or even similar items, how do you make them stand out and sell much, much more?
Right. So one way you can go about it is sell a variation,
Mm-hmm.
sell a different brand, but use the same title. Obviously, not the same title, like exact same title, but similar title. So that's kind of a way to get around it. Because like before, what I did was like there was a color that was selling well, the same product, but there wasn't other people that are selling the other color. So I pushed that color up, and it sells, and I use the same title. So that's actually a really good strategy that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
How you stand out? I mean, you can stand out by not selling the same product as everybody else. Like the way you bring value to eBay is selling unique products.
Mm-hmm.
Unique products, using suppliers that most people don't use. And again, I just keep telling people to try to stay away from Amazon. But if you do use Amazon, you can look into like private label sellers, FBA. That's good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, so you're saying that also you're selling from wholesalers and suppliers other than Amazon. How do you find them? Do you start like with the product in mind and then search on Google, or do you first of all see the competition and try to reverse engineer? How does it go?
Yeah. So you can do it in multiple ways. What you can do is find a niche that you want to get wholesale products from. Like for example, you want bar stools. Literally search up bar stool wholesalers.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not that hard to search it up on Google, and there you have it. You have a bunch of suppliers, and I would look into the second or third page, not the first page.
Mm.
The reason is because the first page, I mean, it's not really the best because the best suppliers, I mean, they're not really on the first page because if they're on the first page, it's just like you don't get like the exclusivity or whatever you want to call it because people say people bury dead body on second page or something like that of Google. So yeah, you would do that and then you would find the website. And what you could do is you search the exact product on the wholesale website and you paste it on eBay and then see if there's people selling it. And then if you find the product and then you find the seller and then look at the seller, what is the seller selling? What is working for him? Now you reverse and go through the supplier.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you basically go to the wholesaler's site and especially not the first page, right?
Yeah.
Also, probably because other people are also using that, and well, there are several reasons for that. But and then, so do you set up an account with them, or how easy it is to set an account, or do you even not need to set any account with them?
Well, most of them should require you to set up an account. Like you can't just be working with them without an account. Yeah, so you need to get registered with them, and you also need to ask them for a letter of authorization to resell their products as well. So you have that letter to show eBay or Amazon or wherever you're selling it on. So once you have that, you have the account ready, then yeah, you can start pushing products to eBay or Amazon or wherever you're selling it from.
Mm-hmm. And do they usually allow drop shipping or just buying in bulk stocks?
Yeah, so I mean, some of them do and some of them don't. Like, like still there's still a lot of suppliers that like don't really have dropshipping programs, but I can bet that in the future it'll be implemented more often.
I see. Okay. So you're searching for a niche or an item, then wholesaler or supplier, and search that on Google. Did I get that right?
Well, you can do it on Google and other ways as well. I mean, you have SKUGrid, which literally have like 800 suppliers. I mean, there's tons of websites that compare prices, and softwares that have suppliers database that you can go through as well.
Actually, let me see. SKUGrid, it's interesting because last time I checked, they had, like, as you said, hundreds. It's interesting to see.
800 something.
Wow. So let's see. I want to share my screen so you could see it as well.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right. So now I'll be presenting. So let's see. Maybe I can see here the list of supported stores.
Yeah, go to suppliers. Yep.
Okay. See all supported stores.
Yep, there you
Wow.
go. Yeah, it's funny to me because like people are like, how do I find suppliers? I'm like, yeah, all you have to do is Google and look at softwares. Like,
Wow. And it's
shouldn't
here, they don't even hide it. You don't even need to register at SKUGrid to have access to all this.
like that's actually crazy too.
Yeah, they don't keep it to themselves. So we basically can go, like, start with an item idea and go to any of these sites and search for it. Like,
Yep.
that's one way.
That's one way. You can use Google Trends. You can use what is it called? eBay Watcher something.
Yeah.
eBay
Watch
count.
count.
eBay watch count.
Yeah. This is
Yes, that's
actually,
also another good way to find trending products.
yeah.
But here's another thing that people don't talk about,
Mhm.
which I will be talking about in my YouTube videos in the future, where you're finding a product and you're making it a winning product. Because a lot of people right now is just like, how do I find the winning product? Well, once you found a winning product, it's not a winning product anymore.
Yeah.
So you want to be the first one that makes the product the winning product. That's why you get to milk the most profit out of it.
Okay, and how do you do that? How do you become the winner and the owner of the winning product?
Right. So that's kind of something I'm working on. I mean, you have to look at research, trends, what is selling, find similar products, adding value to eBay by adding unique products, something around those lines essentially. But I'm working on that.
I see. Okay.
Because for this one item that I don't think even sold once yet, and I sold like 3 of them now, and now there's like 10 people listing it. You see the you see the psychology behind this.
Yeah.
Because once the product is a winning product, people are gonna start jumping in like there's no tomorrow. So you want to be the first one that milks the product, and that's how you make the most money.
Interesting.
Not finding winning product that is already loser product after you find it winning. So yeah.
I think one way, maybe you mentioned the Google Trends. So, for example, one way to check if things are relevant or not relevant. Let me actually share my screen again. I'll show you something, guys, and maybe we'll do this even people will be able to suggest something, suggest maybe a niche in the comments, and I'll search for that, and we'll see if there's something like I want to see the trend. And
yeah, I'm not able to comment on the live stream. Okay, now I can. Never mind.
Okay, trend. Okay. Google Trend.
Hey guys, if you're watching this, feel free to leave the question in the comments and make sure you smash the like button so more people can see the video.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be great. Let's see if we have any ideas. So guys, you can either offer an idea of items or niches or stuff like that, and we'll explore and see the trend, and maybe we'll learn something from that. And if not, then we will suggest any idea. I have some things in mind. I'm sure Thai as well.
All right. We can answer Yassine's questions in the
Sure.
meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he asks, "What's your opinion for SKU grid file exchange with API or not because we're drop shipping from Amazon to eBay?"
Mhm.
That's kind of a confusing question. I'm not sure what
Hmm.
he's trying to ask.
I think what he meant is that in eBay, you can either be in a with a listing tool or with a monitor, you can give it access to eBay API and list on your behalf and change prices on your behalf. And what SKU Grid does, he says, is instead of that, they just upload files through the file exchange, and these files contain the price changes and the stock changes. So instead of like using the old, like the regular way of usual monitors, SKU Grid does that with the file exchange, so it won't look like it's a monitor changing the prices. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, I got it. Well, here's the thing, okay? If you're
Mhm.
using Amazon, regardless of API or not API, they know what you're doing.
Mhm.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
Like, they're not stupid, okay? They have algorithm, they have bots. I mean, it's not hard to tell that there's an Amazon dropshipper. Like, I can literally look at a seller and tell in 5 seconds that they're dropshipping from Amazon.
Mhm.
Like, if it takes me 5 seconds, how long do you think it's gonna take eBay?
Exactly. Yeah.
And they have a lot more data than I do. Okay,
Yeah.
so that just doesn't make any sense whether it's API or not.
I see. I see. So let's see, for example, barbecue. Okay, that's I'm just hungry. I didn't eat from like 2 p.m. So I'm thinking about barbecue. Um,
It's
and
probably trending right now.
say again?
Yeah, it's probably good right now. Barbecue.
Yeah. So here's the trend. So we can see here that yeah, it's not only one of the highest interests over time. Like it doesn't give you exact numbers. It gives you a percentage relative to this to the interest in that keyword based on results from the past. So like now it's at about
It's up.
86% interest, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's going up.
Exactly, yeah, it's going up. It's not going down. Like maybe if we look at how do I call these spinners? Fidget spinners,
Fidget spinner.
right? Is that fidget spinner, right?
Yeah, it's probably down now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go and see like past 5 years. Let's see what will. Oh my God, that's hilarious, guys! Do you see that? So you see here exactly that's a perfect demonstration of one-time wonder or one-hit wonder. Um, you see here that the trend starts at about the beginning of 2017, and then it's going like crazy at the end of April and May, and just before the end of May, you see that huge sharp decline.
And now it's dead.
Yeah, it's like there's no more dead than this, basically. So
Oh,
yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
So let me analyze that real quick for you guys
Hmm.
here. So, can you go back to the graph?
Sure.
Yes. As I was talking, you want to be the first one to start the trend of the winning product. So, for example, as I was saying, you want to make a product a winning product. So for you, for if we use fidget spinner as an example right now, you want to be the one that is in yeah, April, March. Go down to March.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like you want to start selling fidget spinners in like February,
Hmm.
not at freaking like September 2018.
Mm.
It was a winning product. It is a winning product, but it's a loser product now because everybody is selling it and everybody and their mother is saturating it. So
Hmm.
the key to success here is making a product a winning product yourself and
Hmm.
making the most out of it before anybody else.
Hmm. So is there a specific way you kind of have a good idea if a product is good or has the potential, So for example, we saw that there's this little upward trend that says, okay, maybe there's a good chance it will go even higher. Is there anything else that gives you clues for that?
You can look at seasonal stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
seasonal helps. Like if you look at barbecue, right? You notice
Mm-hmm.
how during the summer it goes up, right? And
Yeah,
then
you,
after the winter, it slowly dies out. So that's another thing that you can use.
you know,
Seasonal
mm-hmm. Let's see,
umbrella.
umbrella. Okay, I want to see. Okay, that's it. Oh, there's like, wow, that's interesting because you can see that this is a seasonal item. You see here the ebbs and flows, the highs and lows based on the season, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that's crazy.
That's
Uh,
probably when the song Umbrella released.
really? No, I think it's a song like from 10 years ago or something. That's 2019, but wow. And basically now wouldn't be a great idea to do that because the trend is going down. And like we
Yeah,
can yeah, and we can see like here with the watch count again, and guys, you can see the video that I did regarding using watch count. Uh, you can see if this is an item that's on an uptrend and there's a potential still, you can definitely go and click here or and put the keyword, and then not only the niche now or the keyword, you can see specifically what items are selling. Um, and then after you know the items, you can start and go ahead and look for suppliers. So for example, as we said, as Ty said, with SKU grid, you have like a bunch of suppliers here that are from different niches. So you can explore from them and you can find like some items, see if you can find them here. Or you can actually even go to the suppliers, look for these products, and maybe look for similar or products that are complementary, right?
yep.
See, maybe
And here's another bonus. Look up Wikibuy.
wiki buy. Let's
Yeah.
see.
So go to the website,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually have a Google extension as well.
Yeah,
It's
Google
a really
Chrome.
cool extension.
Okay, hold on. It's not
Yeah, it's
connecting.
taking forever to load.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say I'll
Create.
sign.
You don't have to create it right now. Click create account later,
Okay.
and then click stores up top,
Okay.
and then click all stores.
Oh, sorry. I already
I think yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now scroll down
Mm-hmm.
all the way down.
Mm.
Oh, there you go, guys. A bunch of suppliers.
Oh. And these are like wiki store. These are retailers, right?
Yeah, I would say most of them are retailers, but I mean, it's a bunch of suppliers that you can use to dropship.
Hmm.
Like I said to people, like Amazon is not the only store out there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like there's so many here that you can use and make a lot more money.
Hmm. Interesting. Oh, I clicked here on Discord. Maybe it's interesting.
Oh yeah, and this is actually also lets you search store specific on what category and niche that you want. So that's even better.
Hmm. Oh, that's really good. So let's say office products and then like office and school supplies. Actually, in parallel, that's interesting to me, really. Like, I know it will be interesting, but now I'm really curious. I want to see. Let's say, for example, we have school supplies. All right. Oh, here it's as clear as day. Do you guys see here the trend? How's it going?
Yeah, when people go back to school, which is August-ish. Yep.
Yeah, August, September, and stuff like that. And you can see exactly when it happens. So we know that we're in April now, so it's a bit early. But when you're reaching, let's say, May. or even like May is next month, by the way, and then June, you can definitely start to find and source items and find sourcing for items that are school related, because school supplies is like a huge huge like niche. There's many items.
And there you go. They'll list a bunch of school supplies for you.
So let's say I'm like taking. Oh, actually, I used to be a competitor of this one, but let's see. It's nice. So let's see. This is scale, right?
Oh yeah, and when you click the product, it'll show. It'll also show a bunch of stores that sell the same product at the bottom, as you can see. So that's cool as well.
Hmm. And then this way you can like source items from here and then find who is the supplier and you can buy directly from them. Nice. Wow. So let me go back to stop presenting and back to your screen. Let's see. I want to see if we have any questions. Guys, if you have any more questions, post them and we'll have the opportunity and Thai will have the opportunity to answer you guys. Let's see what we have here.
Okay, so let's answer Yassine first. So what's my opinion for Skillgrid File Exchange?
Yep.
So I mean, it's a big software with many issues and many customization and many features and options. So it's kind of a learning curve for you to learn how to work with it. Like it's a big learning curve because it's even hard for me to learn it, and I've used multiple software. So like for the average person to understand this software is just ridiculous. Like they need to make it simpler and easier for people to understand. But like with the way I'm doing right now is really to simplify everything. And so I'll make like a video on that later. But I mean, you can use it. It works. It should work fine. It just there's just so many issues. I would recommend it if you want to use it, but you're gonna have to deal with a lot of issues and spend time figuring it out on your own, essentially.
And so, if we're talking regarding optimization of your items, do you optimize your item, your images, your titles, your descriptions?
Not really. I just copy the title, description. Like I talked about watermarks, but I don't really put watermarks on my photos. I mean, you can optimize your photos by like changing like the brightness, the sharpness, and the contrast. That's actually a really good strategy. But you don't want to overdo it. Yeah.
Okay, and then how do you test an item actually in your store? Let's say you just found an item which you see a potential for growth, for a lot of sales. How do you actually test out in your store and see if you're going to keep it or lose it?
Okay. Yeah. So the rule I kind of go by right now is I think I'm going to keep it for at least 90 days. And if it gets no traction for 90 days or zero sales 9 days, I'm just going to throw it away. And the thought process that comes with me here is, you know how cars work, right?
How do they work?
Like when you're selling cars.
Okay.
Like when you're selling cars, you want to push the car, and if the car hasn't sold in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, the price drops and drops and drops and drops to the point after 90 days they want to get rid of it. So they would make the prices very, very cheap or very, very low compared to what they had when they first listed the car. So for example, if the car is on sale for like 15,000, and then after 30 days, probably going to be 14,000. After 60 days, it's going to be 13,000. After 90 days, it's going to be 12,000. Okay. And so that's kind of the rule I like to work with, because that's how car salespeople work. So it works for them. So I mean,
So hold on. So interesting. So you're saying that you're keeping your item for 90 days, but meanwhile, in this time period, do you change the prices? Do you lower them or make them higher?
Yeah, I could be doing that. I'll probably in 30 days, I'll leave it probably for 60 days. And then after 60 days, I could update the price, look at the listing again, and update it.
I see. Okay.
It depends on like whether it's a wholesale product or it's a retail product too.
So what are the margins that you're working with?
I'm working at like 15 to 20%.
15 to 20. That's after all the fees, all the eBay fees, the PayPal fees.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting because people who do drop shipping with the listing tools, usually the margins are, well, they used to be like what you're saying, but once there was so much competition, it like dropped and dropped and dropped, and now many people just live off cashbacks. They
Yeah.
put zero profit, and then let's say you have a 5% Amazon card, then you live off that, and then you have to cycle through cards and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I kind of avoid Amazon. It's just too low of margins.
Mm-hmm. I see. Do you use any promotions outside of eBay or inside eBay, like promoted listings?
Yeah, of course. I use promoted listings. Like promoted listings has been huge for me. Like I make
Really?
a lot of sales on promoted listings. So if you're not using promoted listings, I mean, you're just throwing money. So you want to make sure that you're using promoted listings.
So can you talk about that a little bit more? So what items do you put on promoted listings, and what are the percentages that you put for the promoted listings?
Uh, so I promote every single product.
Mm.
I put like at least 1% for all of them. Now I've tested higher and I haven't noticed any difference. So I would just put like 1% at least.
Mm.
I wouldn't go any higher than that because it's not really going to make much of a difference from my experience so far.
Yeah, that's also something I noticed. They started like way back, maybe 2 years ago, to suggest percentages. And they tried that, and yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like 5% and 3% and 2% don't really have that much of a difference.
Not
If
even.
yeah, especially if you look generally, like what are the sheer number of sales that you have. So
Yeah. So if I look at my store traffic, if I
Mhm.
compare my promoted listings versus my regular, so I have right now on my manual store, I have like almost 700,000 impressions.
Mhm.
And then for my promoted listings, I have 1.7 million impressions.
Wow.
So imagine how much extra traffic I'm getting because of promoted listing.
So okay, so what percentage, let's say, of the sales come from promoted listings, and what percentage from not promoted listings?
Right now, I would say half,
Wow,
which is crazy.
wow.
Yeah.
That's big because I know that for me, for example, I haven't been doing that, but maybe I will start. But I think maybe 20% or 25% was like the actual top that I got with that. So it's interesting that 50% of your sales. And how do you explain that, Ty? Is that because you do manual drop shipping and each product is like not like copy paste from Amazon, or what's the reason?
Yeah, that's kind of the reason. And I have some of my my tactics in the back end. That's how I was able to do that. But yeah, like you said, normally what most people would get is around 30% of their sales on promoted listings. Yeah. For me, I just kind of do some interesting stuff to boost that. But
Okay.
yeah.
So do you do also outside promotion outside of eBay?
Not right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like working on like selling on other platforms as well.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, Craigslist, and all that good stuff that people aren't using. So it's gonna be a new thing as well.
How about Google Shopping, Google products? Have you heard about it?
I haven't looked into that yet, but I know there's Google Express. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, it's always nice. Back in the day, I was experimenting with Bonanza. It didn't really make too many sales, but I know that Facebook is starting to get nice, especially with the promotion with in Facebook. You can do so much.
Facebook Marketplace is huge,
Mm-hmm.
huge. I would start looking into that.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried Shopify, by the way?
I did, but I didn't really dive deep into it, so it kind of failed miserably. But I will be doing it eventually.
I see. Okay. Let's see if we have any questions so far. So we have Yasin with the SKU Grid. We have Abdu Ismail. Save, please. Don't worry, Abdu. We will have this video live here, and not only live, but also we'll save that so you can watch it later here in the group. What else? Let me see. So, can you give us maybe some like final tips before we end this stream, or maybe precautions, what to do, what not to do when you do manual dropshipping?
What to do and what not to do? I mean, there's a lot of things.
Mm.
Well, the advice I would give to people is, staying consistent, again, is the most important thing. Like, you want to have a goal to be listing products every single day.
How many?
That depends on your listing limits, but you want to aim for like at least 10 a day. Every single day, pump out 10 listings. Wherever supply you're using every day, 10 listings. Okay. Like, I'd rather you do 10 listings every day than 100 listings in one day and then do nothing for the rest of the week. And the important thing also here is to make sure you work on your store every single day, which goes back to listing every single day, making sure you update the products, update the stock, update the prices. You gotta do something in your store every day. You can't just like work one day and then just be lazy for the rest of the month or something. Like that's not how you're gonna be successful. You want to stay consistent.
And do you use listing software, or do you just do manual?
Okay, yeah, with that. So with the manual store that I started in March, I started out with listing manually, which is a pain in the ass. But yeah, I'm using a listing software now, which is not connected to the API, and it's actually from SkillGrid, and it's really good so far.
I remember they had this software, this listing, HydroLister, maybe, is that the name?
Well, they had it, but they disconnected. Now they actually have their own lister.
Okay. Yeah. So is that like an easy software to use? Does it save you time to use that?
Well, if I were to race the software, I would do it faster. but it makes me work less if I use the software. But it's not as fast as if I were to do it myself.
Okay.
But it does make me work less. So it's not faster than me, but it makes me work less. So I guess I'm using it.
I see. So when you paste all the description and stuff, so you're saying that you're not really changing there anything, or do you like do some changes inside the description?
Like if I look at the item on eBay and my competitor is using a title that they optimized, that's good. I'll just copy the title. Or I can change it a little bit if I wanted to. Yeah. Because sometimes I don't like the way people do titles, like capitalizing, like that's stupid. And like you're putting free shipping or the word new, which again is stupid, right? So I look at the titles and I kind of evaluate based on how I want to do things and like edit and modify to my likes, my liking.
Yeah, and by the way, we talked about copying or taking ideas from winners, from winning products and winning sellers. And you can do that either by searching them and also using some simple tools. Actually, using eBay search is really good because the best match engine, or the Cassini search engine, will give you naturally the people who are most successful at the top. But also, if you want to specifically know who are the most watched one, and there's a big correlation between watched items and sold items, obviously. So if there's many watchers, there's probably a lot of sales as well. So you can just go here and see, okay, this one, although he's using new in his title, but still something in his title is working, because if we go here and see how many items they sold, we can see like almost 14,000 items. And it's really a lot. So that means that what he's doing is yielding him great results. And we can learn from them. We can find similar items. By the way, I covered it in a previous video. We definitely can use their title and change it a bit for our item, because this shows you the winning strategies, and you should use them for yourself and for your store.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you find a winning product and there's a winning title, you want to take those keywords and find similar products and use those same keywords, and you should be able to achieve the same results.
And where you can find, as Tai said, you can find it in many places. First of all, you can use these SKU grid suppliers, and they're open to everyone. You don't even have to be an SKU user. Or you can go to Wikibuy, which is a new site for me. I'm gonna definitely check it out. And then you see not only
really good.
stores, but also like the products, and you can discover, and that's interesting. And for each like product, they have several suppliers. Let's see this one, for example. I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I bookmarked like probably like 10,000 suppliers.
Wow.
There's a lot of them out there, guys. Like, it's not a challenge to find them. You just have to, put in the effort that most people aren't willing to do, who are just like, okay, I'm going to use Amazon and that's all there is that I'm going to use. Like, if you just put in the extra time that people aren't willing to do, then you're going to be able to be successful. It's not that hard.
So do you get your accounts flagged? Do you feel like you're getting some less exposure of your activity, or does it not happen when you do it like that with manual dropshipping?
I don't know. But right now, it's doing pretty well. I haven't seen any like massive drops yet. Right now, it's been consistent. It's actually, it's been consistent every day. So I have to continue to test it out. Oh, look, I just made a sale while on this call. And it's a promoted listing.
It's good. We have to. It's a proof in the pudding, how they say it.
Exactly. It's literally proof right there. And yeah, this product is a lot of profit.
Like 15 to 20%, as you said, or are these?
Yeah, we're looking at 15 to 20%.
Nice.
I mean, I can actually calculate it right now just to show you guys. So I sold it for $75, 75.63, and if we multiply that by the fees, which is like 12% ish, so I'm left with like $67. Okay, and I'm gonna go and fulfill it for. So it's $60 on the supplier site, and then I have coupons that's gonna take $10 off. It's gonna be $50, and then I'm gonna add cashback website, cashback credit card, and that should take me up to 15 to 20% margins.
Wow, it looks like even more. Like if it's $50 after the coupon, and then you have all these cashbacks, it's like more than 20%.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Nice. So it's not. I take it that it's not Amazon, right? This supplier.
No, it's not Amazon. No, I'm not. I don't even. I think I have like maybe one product that's on Amazon on this store. Like maybe one. Like that's it. Like 0 Amazon products.
Interesting.
Yeah, completely stay away from Amazon.
But is it a retailer or a supplier that you contacted privately?
A retailer. Yeah.
So this is even easier. You don't have to apply for a retailer account or a reseller account. It's something that you can do very quickly.
Yeah. So another thing I want to talk about is if you have a store subscription on eBay, I don't think a lot of people take advantage of is you get access to Terapeak, a product research software, for free, like Zik Analytics. Maybe not as best as Zik Analytics, whatever argument you want to make, but it's there. I would take advantage of it, and it's actually like integrated directly with eBay because eBay bought Terapeak in like 2018 or something. So that's some good data that you have right there to work with.
So is that just the titles or the whole program?
The entire program.
Interesting. I didn't know about that. Wow. Because I remember